Okay, welcome to the next tutorial in the Caddy series. This tutorial focuses on handicap support for the Caddy application. There are two handicap videos. The first one is on the UK handicap system and the second is on the US handicap system. The handicap support is available in version 2.2 of the Caddy software, and to enable it you need to go to the settings section, select on Caddy, and then in the play section of your settings you have the type of play, single play, and for future versions of Caddy you have multiplayer support. At that point we have handicap, we would select that and specify UK, then turn on handicap calculation. Without it being selected, you specify handicap by hand. You can still override the handicap settings even though they're calculated. So let's start with Caddy. Now, if you go to courses, we have a course already specified, but we'll start by creating a new course. So go into play, create a new course, and what you'll see is when you request a new scorecard, it brings you up a new screen. And that screen allows you to select the course, and it always defaults to the previous course you played. Allows you to specify your handicap. Now, handicap won't show up until you've played at least 3 rounds. Alternatively, you can actually specify your own handicap here and it'll be saved. And you can specify the scoring method. And there are 2 scoring methods currently. One is straight play and the other one is Stableford. So let's go and create a new course, and I'll just give it any name, so we'll call it a test course. Okay, put in the course rating. If you don't supply a course rating, then it will use the par rating for the course, and that is used during the calculation of your handicap. So the first time it creates your handicap, it's used, and then from every time you've played played a round, it uses this to determine what the differential should be between one round and the next in your handicap. So you select on hole. It's pretty much the same. We have par distance, but now we also have an index value. So we'll specify the distance is 310 meters, and then change the index by selecting index and then changing it to whatever that should be. Now, the number of times you actually have to specify index for your holes, it should be the number of holes minus 1. You should never have to specify the last hole. If you do, that means you've made a mistake somewhere and need to verify them all. So here we can see that we've specified our first hole, 310 meters, and its index is 8. Par of 4. Go to the next hole, make it a par 3, 160 meters, and specify its index. It's one of the easier holes, as 17. Okay, so we'll keep going through that. Again, as before, you can, as you're playing, you can actually specify the characteristics of your hole as you go. So let's move forward to where we've actually got the course fully entered in. So Alcove Park has been fully entered in. And again, we have no handicap. So if we select that, specify done, go to courses, select Alcove Park. We currently have one previously entered in course and one we're just starting to play. Get back to play. If we have a look at the scorecard, there's nothing really different about it at this point. So I advanced forward and entered in a total of 3 scorecards. And now on the 4th scorecard we have enough scorecards to actually calculate the player's handicap, so that gets displayed. And you can change the handicap if you want it to actually match what your current rating is, or you can leave it as what the system generates. And whatever you specify here will actually get stored in your profile on the scorecard on Caddy, so that future calculations are based on your current handicap. So we select done and have a look at the scorecard now, and what you see is that your scorecard now has, after certain holes, brackets and what the original parage is. So what we've got here is par 4, par 3, par 5. Now this is normally a par 4 hole, but our handicap is kicked in and turned it into a par 5 hole. And how it does that is that it uses the index for the holes to attribute or assign handicap strokes to your holes. So if you have a handicap of 18, then every hole will be given 1 stroke. If you have a handicap less than 18, then only some of your holes will have handicaps associated with it. So if we play the first few holes, so 4, having a good day, and we have now have a look at our scorecard. You can see we've got a score of -1, even though he's actually hit par on the hole. Because his handicap is 5, the system sees that as a -1 against his adjusted scorecard. Okay, and this is particularly handy when you've got group play, and it's also required when you play Stableford. So let's have a quick look at Stableford. So create a new card. Notice the handicap hasn't changed. We haven't played enough holes to actually register a change in handicap. For the UK system, you need to play at least 9 holes for the scorecard to actually count towards your handicap. And for those holes which you haven't played, it uses your adjusted par for the remaining holes. So what that means is the remaining holes has no impact on your handicap, it's just based on the first 9 holes. Okay, so we change our scoring to Stableford. So now it's a par 4. So if we hit 3 and have a look at that, our score is 3 because we're under par. We go add another one, our score will drop down to 2 as we hit par, and so on. So if we go 2 over par, have a look at our scorecard, it should be 0 now. Okay, so if we keep going, oh, that's a good hole. 4, 4, having a good day. We have a look at our current score, Stableford, 0.33322, so our current score is at 13. What you see here is there's been a small change. That used to be the course name here. It's now actually the type of play. So here we've got here stroke play, and Stableford.